Good morning. Thank you for watching. Another beautiful Lord's Day. A little bit cool out here this morning. We're going to get on our sick list this morning. We got Lisa Simons, Nikki Alonzo, Brenda Elkins, Kathy Blair, Daphne Anderson, Ken Jones, Mary Mason, Hillary Davenport, Jimmy Mingle, Terry Parham, Benny Blair, Kathy Smith, Alice Davis, Corey Davenport, Lamar Smith, Faye Ferguson, and we need to send sympathy out to the family of Linda Haley. So thank you for watching, and this morning we're going to be talking a little bit about God is watching, and I found a little story, and I'd like to share it with you. It says early American Indians had a unique practice of training young braves. On the night of a boy's 13th birthday, after learning hunting, scouting, and fishing skills, he was put to one final test. He was placed in a dense forest to spend an entire night alone. Until then, he had never been away from the security of the family and the tribe, but on this night he was blindfolded and taken several miles away. When they took off the blindfold, he found himself all alone in the middle of the forest. Every time a twig snaps, he visualized a wild animal ready to pounce. After what seems an eternity, dawn breaks and the first rays of sunlight begin to shine through the trees. Looking around, the boy sees flowers and trees and the outline of the path. Then, to his utter astonishment, he beholds a figure of a man standing just feet away, armed with a bow and arrow, and it was his father. He had been there all night watching over his son. God is watching you. He is protecting you from the evil ways, and I may never, evil in ways that we may never fully understand. Though you still face all the dangers of living in the enemy's territory, there is not one moment that he loses track of you. Not one moment his power doesn't protect you from the powers of evil. You will face danger, but you will never face destruction when Jesus is your shepherd. How much more so, this father was taking care of his son, but how much more so will our Heavenly Father take care of us? We go through life and we don't realize that God is watching us. He knows everything about us. He knows every minute that we're alive on this earth. He knows what all we think about. He knows the evil things that we do. He knows the good things that we do. And he knows that we need his protection. It would make you think that if people didn't realize that God was watching, if they would realize that he sees everything, why do we keep doing bad stuff? Why do we keep sinning? Why do we keep making bad laws in our country? Why do we keep killing babies? And that's, I don't understand that sometimes, but that's Satan has got a hold of us, and we got to stay away from that. God's watching us. He knows everything. This week, this past week, I was wanting to I had something on my mind, and I kept thinking about it, and my daughter Cheyenne, she writes a lot of stuff, and she kind of inspired me to do this, and I've written a poem, and I've never done that before in my whole life. I don't think I've ever put two words together that made anything rhyme, but this poem is God is Watching, and this is it. And don't laugh too hard, because it's kind of primitive, but maybe it'll do the job. God is watching when we are good. God is watching when we are bad. God is watching when we are happy, and God is watching when we're sad. God is watching through the night. He's also watching when it's light. God is watching we can't hide. Just as Jonah, he really tried. He ran from God to no avail. He ended up in the belly of a whale. He wants us to do what he has planned, even when we don't always understand. God is watching. We should know. It's all in the Bible. He told us so. He wants us all to go with him. That's why he sent Jesus, so we could win. And that's my little poem that I wrote this past week. I hope you can get something good out of that. But we still want to thank all of our veterans. We had Veterans Day here recently, and we need to always keep them in our prayers. You know, they went and spent their time for us, and they separated themselves from their family for us, and we need to be appreciative of that. We need to thank the ones that served for us. So thank you for watching. We need to also pray for those that are sick and those that have lost loved ones. We need to pray for our servicemen and women. And we need to pray for our first responders and doctors and nurses and all the folks that keep us safe and healthy. Thank you again. See you next time. God bless.